Change it. All right, I think we are. I just muted it. All right, we'll start this out. Make sure everyone can hear us. We are using the microphone I've got plugged in, but I don't know if it's actually registering. Can you guys hear us?
Let's see if the green's moving on the bottom.
All right. Loud and clear. All right. We're coming to you guys to let you know we're bringing this live stream out tonight. So the news doesn't get anything construed. We are here for the family's behalf. And we're coming to you guys to let you know that 48-year-old Mike Bishop, he went by Little Beaver, has been brought home. His truck was removed around 9:30ish.
Yeah,
around 8:30, I think. We're going to start out. Last Tuesday, we came up and we started searching for Mike. The river, the Mississippi River down in Toolsboro, was completely iced over to the extent of it being about 12 inches of ice in some spots. The community came together with excavators, with airboats, with everything just to try to break it up so we can get the boat in. We spent all the way up to Friday searching with no avail. We couldn't get to the sections that we really wanted to, but we did make sure that everything was cleared, what we could get. From there, we went home, spent the New Year's with the family, and we made a promise that we would be back, and we did just that. Matt Giese was able to he allowed us to take and put our boat up, so we didn't have to haul the boat back down. Thank you, Matt, for doing that, and also for fixing my lights. That was a blessing because they come in super handy tonight. With that, we came back. We were able to get in the water, ride or dive. You guys know him. He's been my partner throughout this whole ordeal. He came up with us today. We got here, last night? Around 10
o'clock-ish.
We got a good night's rest, and then we started early the next morning. Let me think. Jeremy Honts. I made sure I got that right. Honts from France. With Towboat Diving Services and Mike Honts. They were a solid rock in this. They kept us updated on the river conditions. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, there was no way yesterday we were getting on that water. All that ice from above came back down and completely closed all the work we had done. This morning, I don't know what happened, but it was like something opened up the whole river, the areas that we needed to search, and the areas that didn't open up. And Jeremy went through there and broke up corners of the ice. DNR came out there. There was just a whole bunch of people out there. I'll let Lindsay speak about the rest of this, but I want you guys to look in the description, check out Ride or Dive. This man dove on the vehicle in the Mississippi River in the ice. I'm so proud of him, and I'm so proud of the team. So please show Ride or Dive some support. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I'm going to let Lindsay talk.
So we actually weren't even going to come back until today and then start searching tomorrow. But with Eric being able to come with us if we left yesterday, being able to search a little bit today, we chose to go ahead and head this way yesterday. While we were driving up here, we were probably halfway when Jeremy had called Jacob and And then he had sent me some pictures and said, you need to look at this. I, at that moment, felt like we came too early. I felt like we weren't going to be able to do anything today. Eric drove with us 6 hours this way so he could drive 3 hours tomorrow morning. And I was like, man, I just feel like we wasted some time here, we woke up this morning and you'd gotten a picture from Matt.
I got a picture from Matt and Jeremy.
And they're like, you guys got to see this. The river was completely open. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still ice sheets flowing down, really big ice chunks. I mean, there's still some chunks coming down the river that are bigger than the boat, and a bunch of little ones. But for the most part, like, we were able to start making clean, clear passes. In doing so, and with the other boats kind of breaking up what was on the shore, we kind of concentrated on the middle and the channel. We made it down to the New Boston boat ramp, New Boston Landing. And we thought we had saw something on one of the wing dikes. So we had marked it, but at that time, a bunch of ice started to come down. So we were like, well, let's head back up, make our way back to the boat ramp. And in doing so, we chose to sonar the one bank all the way up. There was something on the sonar. Jacob said, you want me to turn around? We said, yeah. So we turned around, and at that moment, there it was. There was the truck. The way that it looked on sonar, I think all three of us knew immediately that it was what we were looking for. Not a lot of detail. The feedback on it was really splotchy, but we were able to see that it was a truck. Unfortunately, because we've found other vehicles, within days, weeks of them going missing. We went back to the boat ramp where Mike's dad was. We spoke with him directly, let him know we found a vehicle, let him know we were going to be setting a diver down. We just kept him updated as much as possible. That's one thing that we pride ourselves on, is being upfront and honest with the family. And I think, it's hard to tell him that, but at the same time, it's important for us to maintain that relationship with them. So show something.
I want to show them what the truck actually looked like. You cannot tell that. I mean, you could tell from the shadow, but it's.
So Jeremy and Mike, who, this is kind of their home turf. This is what they're used to diving in. They weren't able to, because they have a connection with this family, and we are absolutely 100% okay with that. We had no problem. Eric had no problem saying, done, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Proud of you, buddy.
Well, I mean, I was talking to Mike, was planning to dive, and talking to Mike, and he was getting emotional. He's like, I've known Mike for 30 years. And I was like, no, with the ice and the trees in the area, like, this was not the dive to have somebody that emotionally there's too much emotion involved to allow Mike to risk it.
This is a hard job. And when you know the person that's missing, I can't even imagine. So Eric said, done, I'll do it. Mike kind of walked him through what to expect as far as that current in that area. Like, it's going to be swift. That's the deeper side. That's barges pull up into that area. So Eric dove. He attempted to remove the plates, but because the truck was so new in the water, he wasn't able to. The current was kind of ripping him off the truck as well. So he was able to confirm that it was the plates that we were looking for. Eric came back up. We headed back to the boat ramp, where Beaver was the first person that we spoke with, let him know what we had found. At that time, our initial plan was to do what we typically do as far as removing the truck with any contents inside. Eric at that time was not able to verify if Mike was in the truck because of the current. it was ripping down there. So we started to get a plan in motion, and then it came out that the land that we needed to go through had some kind of specifications that were like, no, you can't be there. You guys can't take the excavator back there. You can't do any of that stuff. So at that point in time, it was decided that Eric would go down and verify if Mike was in the truck. And if he was going to remove him. The magnet came off of the truck. So when Eric went down, the suit was leaking. The suit is fine, totally okay. The suit's good. There's no repairs or anything. It is a brand new suit. It's actually Jacob's dry suit because Eric's is going to be getting repaired again because his is leaking. So Eric, when he went down, that cold water hit him. He did attempt to go down. He did attempt to search for the vehicle, but because the ice sheets came through there, the ice sheets took the magnet off the truck. It just wasn't safe for Eric to just keep kind of poking around down there. So he came back up soaking wet in 32-degree water.
It
was my fault.
We don't know that. There's no blame to be assigned. It just,
yeah.
Whatever happened, don't know. I was soaked literally from head to toe in 32-degree water. I was a little cold.
So
still love you, buddy.
We went back to the boat ramp after kind of figuring out a new game plan. Plan A came back into play. They said, actually, if you guys aren't having to knock down any trees, if you're not doing any of that stuff, then you guys can go ahead. And the excavator company said, hey, we're not knocking anything down. We're just going to be moving some of the big stuff out of the way that's already fallen. And then, so with that, Mike was able to get dressed. Mike dove down on the vehicle. He hooked it up. The truck was brought out flawlessly. There were no issues. It was probably one of the one of our quicker recoveries as far as like hooking it up and getting it out. They did bring the excavator down. It did, the bank is a very steep bank. I mean, it literally, as soon as you're off that bank, you're in 20 foot of water. So they kind of created essentially a ramp. They were able to remove the truck. And we were able to determine that it was Mike Bishop that was in the vehicle.
With everything that's been done, the Louisiana County Sheriff and the IDNR, well, I call them IDNR. That's what we call it in Illinois, but the DNR.
Well, we're in Iowa.
IDNR, the IDNR was there, Wapapella Fire Rescue. And yes, I am reading this off a list. Muscatine Search and Rescue. Everybody was amazing. CTS Custom Trailers, I want to give a special shout out to them. They were able to weld our trailer to make sure that we got home safe.
They actually took our trailer after we put the boat in the water today. So a huge thank you to them. The heavy equipment company that has been with us, last week, those few days, and then this, today, huge thank you to them for everything they did. The private citizens that have helped out. I mean, there were people out there with sonars who are like, I just want to help. There were people who brought us food, for the whole crew. I think every day that we've been here, for the hotel that we're staying at, he made it known that if you guys are here, you have a place to stay. Don't worry about anything. We had, so Brett that we met today.
Brett Timmerman.
It was actually his sister-in-law who purchased gas for us last week.
I think that's how you say it.
So they,
we were at Casey's this morning getting some drinks for the day.
Timmerman,
and another patron of Casey's gave the cashier an extra $10 for our drinks.
This is 100% a team effort. This is 100% a community effort. This is one of those communities where even if you and I maybe don't get along, but you're in need, I'm going to come help you. These people do what's right because it's right to do. Like, plain and simple. This has been one of the most amazing communities that
we've ever dealt with.
I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of. I kind of feel like we're part of this community and this family now, because that's how they make you feel.
So with everything on like the Towboat Diving Services, guys, everyone from the excavators to the fire departments, it took a team to get him out. There was a lot to do, and I am super proud of each and every one of them and my team. So, Eric, I seriously, ride or dive. You guys need to please support him, as he is doing huge for us. Helping us dive today was amazing. Why don't you talk about what you experienced today? Just a whole thing.
Today, my biggest takeaway from today was just how incredible it was to see this community come together. Like this is Mayberry. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. This is just that community. They just come together, like Lindsay said, because it's the right thing to do. And every single person that was there today, what do you need? What can we help with? We came back from when we came back at the end of the day, we had food waiting for us. When we came back at lunch, there was pizza. And
and then tonight, somebody was like, my wife ate ham and cheese sandwiches. Jake was super happy because I had Miracle Whip. But that's what I'm talking about. Just people, just anything. I mean, there's been people, when we pulled in tonight, there was somebody here saying thank you. And it's amazing.
So first and foremost, that's what stood out to me. Second, and I already said it once, but I'm sorry, Lindsay.
We both made a promise to her that we would never dive
the Mississippi, but today it needed to be done. That we had to dive on that vehicle, and like we said, Mike, with the emotional attachment, he was not in the right head frame to do the dive the first time. So I apologize to you. I will try not to do it again.
I was mad at them for breaking a promise, but at the same time, I couldn't be more proud. Both of them were willing to get in, and Eric was like, just let's go.
And then
let's go.
My third takeaway is, this was from talking with Beaver, Mike's father. So when we had marked the car, there was 4 of us in the boat, and then we went straight to the shore to talk to Beaver. Well, by the time we got there, news had already circulated somehow that we found the car. So when we got there and we were talking to Beaver, we let him know what was going on. We didn't know if it was the car or not. We found a vehicle. And that's just one of those things, whenever people are out, please don't jump the gun. I know in this case, we did find the right car, but there's plenty of times where we find a car and it's not the right one. And we don't need to, we use social media for good, but at the same time, we can cause the families to go through significant emotions if we jump the gun and use social media too early. And that's why I know tonight, yes, we pulled the car 2 hours ago, but we talked to Beaver 2 hours ago, and the family immediately, so the family knew. And that was a deal we made with Beaver. As soon as we knew something, he wanted to know, so we told him we'd call him. But that's really the third takeaway, is that social media is this incredible tool. We just need to make sure that we're all using it in a way that's helpful and not harmful to others.
There is a couple things that I want to speak about. With speaking with the family, and speaking with Beaver, which is Mike's dad, I had told him about the social media, and I told him that what we do helps other families. This is the reason why we get this information out there. And they agreed that we could actually video the recovery. So there will be a video out, and it's an honor and a privilege. And I am very, very, we are all very sorry about Mike's passing. But we're honored and that you guys allow us to do this. I want the family to know that whatever you guys need, call us. We're there for you.
I don't want to have to come back here, because if we come back, then I mean somebody's missing. But at the same time, like, I would be here in a heartbeat because these people are so amazing. So,
And yeah, those were the biggest takeaways for me. The people here are absolutely amazing. It was an honor to be able to just do my part to try to help. We did have a successful day today, but again, it was incredible just to see this community come together to whatever was needed. We didn't even have to ask. It was incredible.
Because of you guys sharing, liking, subscribing, please check out Ride or Dive and subscribe and follow him. He's he does ride cycling, and he also does the diving. He's got some amazing videos coming out. Just please support him like you do us. Now, with that being said, I forgot what I was going to say. I remember. It's because of you guys. 15 people in 15 months have been brought home. What can you say on that? It's amazing.
It's been an incredible ride.
It's definitely been an incredible ride, and it's going to continue with your guys' support. So thank you on that. Other than that, guys, we wanted to get this information out to you first, so nothing gets misconstrued. I give my hats off to every rescue team out there. It was super cold tonight, and the weather conditions were stupid with the ice. Dodging icebergs today. When Mike went down with an umbilical cord, all I could think about was an iceberg was going to hit his line. Mike, I am proud of you, and I'm proud of all you guys. So,
thank you to all of the members and all of those who've become members tonight. It's been kind of hard watching the chat just because we wanted to get information out and get it out correctly. Thank you for all the donations that have come through. Everything is appreciated. I mean, just watching and liking the videos is more than we could ask for. So
absolutely. Eric?
I don't even know. I'm floored. Thank you guys for following along through the various journeys. Like Jacob said, I love my cycling and my riding. I love the diving, and I kind of just share that. And the fact that you guys show support is absolutely amazing. I don't know what else to say.
I know Jeff has been sharing Eric's link, but all of the links and everything are also in the description. I know a couple people have asked for some other links. Once the video is over, everything will be everything is in the description, but Eric's link is in there as well. So Ride or Dive. It's the same on Facebook as well. I know somebody had asked about Facebook, so he's on Facebook as well. So
guys, we're gonna keep this short. Do you have anything else?
No.
Again, this was to make sure that everything gets told the correct way, and to all of the companies that were out there to help us tonight, thank you so much. And it was an honor and privilege to bring Mike home for the family. We love each and every one of you. Keep diving. It's not where to stop.
Oh, me? Just get a little bit better every day.
Love you. Bye.
I'll see you guys later. I don't know how to turn this one off. Oh, okay.
The end stream button.